everybody. I want to Wisdom at 11:22 p.m. Tuesday, December 20th. I've got Buckshot. We just did his base upgrades. Check him out, trotting, showcasing, showing off there. He's on top of the switch. I finally did it. I got somebody. You can usually like land the jump and then gradually slide off. He just nailed it, man. Pretty cool there. I guess it's the Skyfawn super scaling abilities of mountain lands or something. Nonetheless, we're going to take a look at Flare Wolf's base upgrades here. Pretty excited. Buckshots, I won't lie, they're not going to be super impressive, I don't think, to anyone. But that leads me to believe that his actual paths should be pretty sweet. Historically, that's what we see in Skylanders. I just made a couple of tweets, and it gets harder and harder to do this, knowing that I'm doing it the wrong way. I could clickbait this crud. I could make horrible thumbnails. Could shove your face in every square inch of what's supposed to be a video game. But if you don't follow me on Twitter, let me read this to you. This is something I could actually see happening, okay? So, you're a prototypical YouTuber. Maybe not gaming. You probably have a second and third gaming channel, but your primary one is you vlogging or something like that, right? And you, God forbid, have to go out in the real world and procure food at a place known as a grocery store. So, current YouTubers versus life. Scenario number 1. All half gallons of chocolate milk at the store expire in 2 days. Now, a normal person would be like, crud, I kind of wanted to stock up so I don't have to come here often. That's what I do. I dig around in the back, get the best date. People frown upon that. I'm like, what do you expect me to do? Chug, 5 gallons of chocolate milk overnight? And so other people would be like, sweet, I'll just buy it and drink it really fast. Or, hey, that's just the best before date. It'll still be good, type of a thing. And however, if you look at this through the eyes of a prototypical YouTuber in this modern world, grocery store and cows broken. All caps, of course, because, hey. And then if you want to break that down further, and we want to drag this out and make daily videos for a week about it, next day, grocery store wants me dead. Confirmed. The chocolate milk algorithm has changed. And then the third video, you're sort of going to try to justify it. Let people know you're okay, but things are amiss. Well, what would it be? Only skim milk was in the featured ad. And I mean, I could just sit here and it's like it numbs your brain to have to like view the world through that same lens, and yet that's what's rewarded. YouTube comes in and they're going to get rid of profanity and sexually suggestive videos. They never do it. People just rage and get views, and then they don't do anything. They're like the dictator that runs the corporation or the country or whatever, and they throw out all these rules and laws and regulations, and then they never do anything about it. Like, where is the consequence? I've yet to see it implicated. It's ridiculous. And then that's what the state is. That's what they push right now. It's, instead of showcasing original content creators, your Jenna Marbles of the world, you're more likely to see, Jimmy Fallon. Nothing against him, but that's NBC, a powerhouse player, right? They shouldn't be reliant upon YouTube, if you will. But that's the way they've gone. That's the medium. It's talk shows, all kinds of crud. Even when you're signed in, and that's, like, oh, well, that's just before you sign in. Well, when you sign in, that's what you still see, not necessarily who you're subscribed to. And so the problem is, then the flip side, people aren't really showcasing, like, oh, hey guys, this was my trip to the San Diego Zoo. It was amazing, that you would see some super popular vlogger. Instead, they select to showcase like their horrible, cringeworthy, my channel is dying, I'm withering away, financially insecure, and people continue to watch it, and it just blows my mind. And then the crud, it's all over. I don't watch any of it, but it's all on my feed, and it's like, no. It's like, I know my nephew's video doesn't pop up for me to see. He uploads, he's on the Christmas marathon, 2 p.m. every day. Nope. I get some random vlog with like 3 million views I've never seen or even heard of before, and it's always the same stuff, and I'm sick of seeing it. 100% sick. And the problem is, people are watching it, people are raving about it, and then ultimately it continues to stay prominently displayed. And I'm just a little guy that comes in here and it's like, I wanted to see how to make a little farm in Minecraft, an AFK fish farm. ridiculous. But people are cashing in on this. They make these like horrible, oh, woe is me, but then they cash in on it, and then they prolong the trend. It blows my mind. I cannot wrap my head around it, but that's basically, I feel like, what I should be doing. You know, I crank out 2 videos a day, Skylanders, specialties, old Nintendo games, all kinds of stuff, right? I should just milk and chocolate milk algorithm, right? Because everyone knows that's a thing. And it's crazy. Oh, 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 signs of life, signs of life. I just need my spreadsheet. That's all I want to do. Let's go from this screen. Oh no, Chrome is crashing. Chrome is dead. It's the talking about him. Joke. Okay, I'm out of there. Wolf. And by putting this at the... Let me know, are you sick of this crud? I mean, it's... And then they're all partnered with third-party people, and it's... Try giving up that partnership and let me know how it works for you. You know? Because that would be interesting. Oh, it worked! This is what I was curious about, is would Flare Wolf wind up on the Switch? The answer is indeed yes. So, now that I can get to my spreadsheet on here, Flare Wolf. Basically, to recap, primary and jump attack are going to be the same thing. And just to showcase that to you, it's spammable. 29, 44 on the critical side. Very cool. Secondary attack, ride the rocket. Boom. What was it? 23 to 35? And as you can see, there's knock back, knock up, lift up, sweeping you off your feet, whatever you want to call that. This works better when you're not like in a confined area you can't leave. You know what? Let's just kill him this way. Sometimes the dummies get stuck there. Even if I relocate, they just are perpetually there. He's just the running man. I'll just leave him there. We'll see how long he stays. How about... Here we go.
Number of fires started. Too numerous to count.
I was very, very excited about him and Buckshot upon unboxing them, reading their bios, and especially introducing them. Because that, my friends, is where we read about their upgrades. And it sounds so cool. So, rockets away, once again, we're going to do 29 to 44. It's what I would consider to be spammable. Ride the rocket, maybe not the most practical attack, but very fun, 23 to 35, and you can sweep enemies off their feet. Loop-de-Loop is our first base upgrade. You're going to have 4, 5, 7, 9, and 1200 respectively. Grand total of 3300 is what you'll need to replicate this. Once again, no wing sapphires, no discounts, none of that stuff, so you just got to have straight up cash here. If you're in need of cash, check out my money tricks. Basically, Virgin save file, plug through it with all your location pieces, or if you picked up Skylanders series later, maybe you've got the traps, go that route and take it from there. If you have a character with higher luck, you can actually get a little bit more money. It's not really significant. We're talking like 505 versus like 535-ish, you know, if you're box stock range. So, but it is worth noting. So loop-de-loop. Rockets now do a loop-de-loop when holding X. Loop-de-loop rockets create a defensive fire trail around you and do more damage. Yes, please. So when I hear fire trail around you, I think of Flameslinger, one of my favorite characters. And it's crazy to me that we haven't seen him again. I mean, he had the Series 2 pose, he had the gold Amazon, somewhat readily available variant, if you will. See how hard it is to do that? And Buckshot just is the champion of that. But so it says you have to hold X. Oh, that's sort of kind of loop. Oh, he's still there, the dummy. Or I guess it's just like jumping the terrain, so let's try holding X. Oh, sweet. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, I like this. This is very cool. So if we just press X, we shoot standard. And then if I hold X, initially when you hold X, you will shoot a standard loop-de-loop rocket. And then if I continue just holding X, each time he will do that, it loops over us once and then shoots off. I'm afraid I want to should kill that guy. Yeah, sadly. You can have some fun, see if you can get some dummy stuck there. I've done it many, many times. I just want to see this from like a better angle, if you will. Loop-de-loop. And you can't really like move on an axis, but you can rotate, which would be fairly beneficial. Now, it depends really on what this does defensively, if you will. So, up, up, up we go, and we're going to get a new dummy in here. 29 to 44. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. Was that? Okay, so standard 29. Oh, wow. This is amazing. So, let me tell you what I think is happening. Alright, so, still 29 to 44. Rocket shield, which that's sort of like the firework trail you see. I think it is going to be 32 to 48, right? Let's confirm. Yeah. Wow. Rocket shield 32 to 48. And then basically, so we shoot a missile 20, another one, but it makes an arc around it. There, it's going to do 32 to 48 from the arc. It shoots away from you. It only orbits you once. As it shoots out, it's going to do 70. And then half of that is 38, so that would be 100, 108. Critical on that. That is our first upgrade. It's just an increase on the primary, and it's quite amazing. So case in point, I fire that. Loop-de-loop. You'll only see the 32 to 48 here because of the way I'm facing. If I turn, though, there's the 76. We got this figured out, and I must say it's amazing.
What's this? Who cares?
After that, we've got Secret Weapon. I was pretty stoked about this one. I don't know what it'll do damage-wise, but it sounded like a ton of fun. Hot stuff, if you will. Hold Y to discover a hidden flamethrower in your rocket launcher. 700 is the price, and it is worth every penny. So, they did say hold Y. Oh, I tapped it. It's like Sunburn, basically, with a sparkly twist, sort of like firecracking. And I'm assuming we can just do this for an eternity. You do, I mean, this is one of those things. You're going to move, it's going to be pretty slow. But, I mean, truth be told, when you're blasting out, you know, a flamethrower, I mean, do you really need to move any faster than this? I don't think so. Now, rotating around, maximum. Look at the radius on that. We're at the switch, and he's hitting the wall. If I come over here, he's still very freaking close to it. Can I get a dummy? Yes. Oh, this is so amazing. This is one of those things, it doesn't really matter that it doesn't do a ton of damage. It's just the way that it can rapidly click it off. And I've just held Y that entire time. That's wicked cool. Let's see if you just tap Y if you get a burst. Oh, there is a nice little, I guess the initial. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Cool. We check that, so it'll be 13. I don't know how to word that. Initial. Yeah, initial burst will be 13. I mean, critical will be 20, and then flamethrower 15 to 23 perpetually. Great range. You can rotate again. You can, if you wanted to waltz into an arena of enemies and just methodically take them down, you know, side to side in a Y formation, you can do that. But I think it's also a great option if, you know, you're facing enemies over here and then you get surrounded. Just sort of go to town with that thing. If you hone in, I mean, if you do this, you know, it'll take a while to kill enemies, but you'll repulse them. But if you've just got a singular target, I realize you can do some damage with loop-de-loop and your standard attack and your second. Good lord, who cares? Because that's awesome.
Number of fires started.
All right, here we go. Trip to the moon. Very, very, very excited about this one. Hold B to launch yourself in the air and parachute down. press X to fire critical hit rockets down on your enemies. This is probably some of the most fun base upgrades I've ever seen. So we're going to hold B. Let's do it from here. I'm just going to kind of get a feel for the...
Excellent!
Okay, we didn't go quite as high as I thought.
I can fly!
This is like the 1.11.1 Minecraft update, right? And you actually don't get to...
Excellent!
That's sad. I love the balloon. Or the parachute, I should say. It looks like a balloon. But what is sad to me is, like, I thought we could do this and, like, glide side to side. Like, if I launched myself from straight at that switch, I thought it would be a deal where I could, like, glide over to here. It is a linear deal. So wherever that rocket lands, we go straight up and we come straight down. But we do have the ability to fire rockets with X. And they're supposed to all be critical hits. So, haha, sorry, you are screwed, sir. Oh yeah, so 44. That's okay. Let's try to get a count on this. We're gonna hold B. I'd say he's in the air 4 seconds. Let's see how many times we can fire down.
I can fly! For a second!
4. You can get 4 shots off. So, trip to the moon. Parachute, 4 seconds, 4 shots, all at 29 to 44, of course. The top path, and it increases, you know, the straight up bazooka damage. If we wind up doing 40 to... He jumps up and parachutes, he should be shooting down at 60, I would say. So keep in mind that will probably be a interval. For now, box stock just coming through on a virgin run, 44. So we have one more left, believe it or not, and it sounds like it should be fun too. Firecrackers. Rockets now drop firecrackers on enemies, healing damage over time. Okay, 1200 was the price there. It should be cool. Let's get these path names first. So up top, the greatest show in Skylands ties in nicely with his bio there. The greatest. We didn't put that R in there. The greatest show in Skylands. And the bottom path, that's going to increase our attacks with powerful fireworks. So what we see here should be somewhat of a prereq. And then down here, fun with flames. Ooh. I'm inclined to be very interested by this one. Fun with flames. Alright, so. And the first upgrade on that one's called Pyrotechnics, by the way. So should be a great time. Nonetheless, what we just got, firecrackers. The rockets drop firecrackers. So. 29. Oh, sweet. I know it's not much damage. How many 3s is that? Oh man, I'm gonna have to like count it and edit. I'm thinking, or is it 9? It's 6 to 9. I'm not sure it's happening so fast. Firecrackers, 3 to 5, or we'll say rockets. RC rocket. I did it again. Man, rockets. 6 to 9 hits. I'll check. These were the base upgrades for Flare Wolf. They are exciting. They were amazing. I've got high hopes for his paths. Let's actually see what Loop de Loop does before we go. Okay, Loop de Loop doesn't seem to have access to the fireworks. So we got our initial rocket out of the way. All of these will be Loop de Loops. Yeah, so they're not dropping any fireworks. That's important to note. Not that it matters with that knockback from the 32-48. And then the Buckshot's base upgrades, yeah, you know, sort of something you're probably not super. upgrade, you're super excited. Things balance out between the base and the path. I hope that's not the case, because if he can become even better than this, it will be amazing to see it. But that said, thanks so much for watching. Again, my apologies. Relate to that if you watch a lot of YouTube action, but nonetheless, I will come in. We might do the Jujus tonight. I don't know. If I get chain reaction tomorrow, same time, and that would be so cool in terms of the Sky Chi Shrine, of course. But nonetheless, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you back here for more Sky research. We'll go with hashtag. That'll be our bonus break. I'll catch you back here shortly. Just realized we forgot to test something. I've already tested it. I know the answer. We don't have fireworks off the loop rockets, but check this out. If I rocket over here, go up in the air, and fire down, well, it would help if we had a dummy, wouldn't it? So check this out. You see there? The 3 to the 5? Yeah, we got it. So you do have fireworks there, making it all the more merrier. That said, wanted to include... Hey, you forgot. Don't worry, it's awesome. It's good. Everything's fine. See the paths. Again, let me know your thoughts on this guy. And I might do the same thing where I just wait for, in the case of Flare Wolf, to take the other path, but I don't know if I can hold off. If you got... But nonetheless, that much better, and I'll catch you back here shortly.